Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, May 14th, 2019. Today, talking about the market dynamics and the flow of alts. Also, is it feeding time? What is going on with the market? So let's go take a look. But before, please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. All right, let's first go to BTC because that's the hot thing that's going on here. And yeah, we'll be taking a look at Ripple and all that good stuff. But anyway, let's take a look at the market, see where we're at. This is BTC USD on Bitfinex on the 15-minute chart. And we can see here that, yeah, it's leveling off and it's taking some dips. That's pretty well expected. We do have some pretty large sell-offs going on here, which one should take note of. This is on the volume where you see it. And lo and behold, those have in turn, circle them up here, have in turn caused a decrease in the spiking going on in Bitcoin. Yeah, so Bitcoin right now looks like it's starting to get a little bit tired. And let's go take a look and see if we can get any indications. So this big sell here, that was a huge sell, wasn't it? Huge sell, that's a lot of movement to push the prices down. And there we go. So prices are going down and stuff like that. But what's happening here is that the buyers are getting tired, and supply is coming into the market. And we're also seeing an offloading of bitcoins from the holders to from the sellers to the buyers. So we have supply coming in. So there's more sellers at this price range around in here. Let's just kind of like take the average. So right around the 8,000 mark. That's like a magic number apparently, and that's not surprised because it's a big even number. So we have supply entering the market, causing this downward pressure. How far can it go down? Well, I have my target box here, and it's just been hitting that a little bit. Am I expecting it to come down further and hit it again? Yeah. Am I expecting a huge drop? What would be interesting is that if it came down to this level here, where do I get that from? That is basically from the point of supply. We can draw another line. Let me go ahead and copy that. And lo and behold, it went to the right place just auto-magically. So this is the buying climax here of the previous up thrust. And it cuts right behind there. So if we see a little decline down to here and a bounce up, that would be bullish. Or down in here, that would be really bullish. But right now we have profit taking going on, and it looks like people are starting to dump more into the alts. They're getting a little bit scared of Bitcoin's price in this area. And it's right here I have this whole thing is reaccumulation. This is actually showing some signs of distribution. I'm not quite sure if we're in the distribution stage or not. It'll take some time to tell. One thing that we could look at, I've been showing my viewers. Oh, first let me make sure that I'm streaming live. Okay, I am. Great. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Okay, so back here, let me move this out of the way. Okay, so we're looking for supply entering the market. How can we tell? Let's go to the larger volumes and stuff. So we'll look at this volume here. That's a pretty large. And what it did is that it came all the way down, but then there was a lot of selling pressure to push it up almost to the half. So that's bullish because of that selling pressure to push it up. And it brought it all the way up, and then people are selling. And then, okay, let's take another drop. All right. So that doesn't look too great, right? Big old drops like that. But then it went all the way down, but there was enough selling pressure to push it up beyond the halfway point. See that? Beyond the halfway point. Halfway would have been right around in here, right? So that was bullish. So went up, more profit taking, more profit taking. Slammed this thing down, wham, wham. And so it's starting to come down, and what they're doing is that they're looking for, there might be actually, they're looking for Bitcoin, okay? They are looking to pick up more Bitcoin. And so we're seeing a downtrend here. Do we have, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so we have a up bar, and that's on pretty minimal volume. We're looking for things with larger volume. Here's an up bar of good volume. Here's an up bar of not as high volume. So this one right here was an indication that it's going to go down from this point here. And lo and behold, the general trend is down. And how do I know that? Because we have on the volumes here, let me expand this up a bit. Volumes right here. So we have a high area volume. It's an up bar in the upper area. The one next to it has moderate to high. And yeah, and another thing about this, I was getting confused here about where the close is on this one. The close on this little green bar, on that green bar right there, needs to be about the halfway point or higher, and then the one next to it needs to be a down red bar, which it is. So that meets the criteria of a downward market. That could be very short term. It really depends on the time span that you're looking at. But this big sell is actually a bullish indicator due to the amount that it got pushed up. Okay, that's what I call bullish. Wham, came up, and so lo and behold, here we are. It came down to this point. It didn't hit. It didn't hit right here. This is still in flux. This is on the 15-minute. Let's go to the 3-minute, because 3 minutes more exciting, right? Okay, so we have a bunch of sells going on. They're trying to push it down lower. Doesn't look like they're having great success. When you're looking at it, you're looking at these big spikes like this. What are those? What are those? They're stops. They're stop hunting. And that's because people say, okay, well, I'm here, or they bought here or whatever, and I'm going to have my stops at some level. They'll pick previous support levels like here, or maybe the top here, and then they'll put their stops. And this one's just getting some more below, more stop hunting. Kind of doing the same thing here. That happens. What they're doing is that they're actually looking for more liquidity into the market. They might try to push this down further, and we'll just see. But it kind of looks like, yeah, they're going to try to push this down further. But overall, I mean, it's still looking pretty strong. If it comes down here and then bounces, that's what I'm going to be looking for, and that'll be interesting times. But if we take Wyckoff and just do a little quick markup here, that's where I'm thinking it could do something. We'll see. We go up here to the automatic rally, and as you can see, it just blew past that. We have our buying climax up here. So we have a test to the up test, an up thrust. That pretty much failed, went down. Another test that couldn't hold, so it went down. Tried it again, so now let's take it down. Okay, so that's what I think they're doing. They're taking it down, and I think they're going to be testing this region in here or down in here. We'll see. Could be completely wrong. Don't follow this as trading advice by by any means. It's just my opinion of kind of what's going on. I'm not your financial advisor. You guys get this. But I'm kind of looking for a little deflation, a little rest for Bitcoin. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But people are selling Bitcoin. What are they doing with it? Are they going into Tether? Well, I don't know. I don't think so. Why not? Well, let's go over here to CoinMarketCap. And well, you have Link is up 21%. You have XRP up almost 18%. You have Theta up, Seller, Ont, you know, XLM, VeChain, Neo. You know, you have some that are up pretty good amounts, right? So what I think is happening is that people are saying, "Oh, this looks like nosebleed area here." If I scroll out, let's go out to the, let's say the 2 hour. Scroll in. They're saying, "Oh yeah, crap." There. They're saying this looks like nosebleed area here, right? And how much higher can it go? Because if we take our little trend angle tool and we measure it from, let's say about here, this stopping point, and go up, yeah, that's about 63, 58, 63. That's actually a nice, I'm glad it's not like higher, like 70, like this previous run was, right here in this area. That's kind of nice to see. So this is a little bit more sustainable. But nevertheless, yeah, it looks like it's coming down. But it's coming down and it's swapping into what? I think it's moving into alts. It's going into altcoins because people are saying, okay, well, this is high. I'm going to sell high. I can pick up the alts for a pretty good price, right? So they're picking up alts. So if we go take a look at alts, we'll go take a look at XRP. And we'll look at it versus USDT. We'll go to Binance. Yep, see, whammo bammo. Lots of strong buys strongly going into XRP. It's having a great day, so congratulations to all the XRP holders out there. Let's see what's going on. This is on the 2 hour. Let's go down to the 15-minute. Okay. Have declining volume here. Now when we see alt, so this is a pretty big increase in volumes here from what it was in the past, right? If we just scroll back, pretty big increase in volumes, right? Let me scroll out. Big increase in volumes all of a sudden. So it's moving from BTC, which is why it's going down. People are buying the alts. And they're picking up their favorite alts. One of them happens to be XRP. Imagine that. All right, so that's what's going on. Notice that it spiked way up. That was a huge. Let's take a look at that wick right there because that was big. Okay, it was on substantial volume. Here's another one that's interesting. If we take a look at the volumes here. We look at this volume and this volume, both absolutely huge, right? And it happened on this candle and on this bar here. So this one, get out my little trend line. So this one is this high. Okay. Volumes here, volumes down at the bottom are pretty close. You know, this one's higher than this one, right? So if we take this little bar, line it up to the bottom, scroll in so you guys can see what I'm doing. So we have this little green bar right here. I'm just lining up the bottoms, right, moving it over a bit. So it is almost, I mean, almost half of that height, right? Almost half. This one took a lot of effort to move it a little bit, right? This one took the same amount of effort to move it up twice as much. That means there's a lot less effort giving you a much better result. That is like leverage. Think of leverage as being on a seesaw, a teeter-totter, where this took a lot less. This one took a lot more effort to move it up, you know, half as much as this, okay? Given the same amount of pressure. What does that mean? That means that, one, there's either not a lot of sellers, which means the ones that are holding it aren't selling. And so that's really good. So they can push it up, and they're still getting some buys. So they're doing a test on, supply here on how many people are willing to sell. They can bring liquidity into the market. Really, it kind of looks to me, if we take a longer look, let's go out to the 4 hour. Okay. Oh, there's my little target box. If we go out to the 4 hour, I'll just extend that away. Right down all in here, this is pretty much accumulation area. Get out of there. This is all accumulation in this area, and accumulations can be painful. They can be painful. So they shake you out and then they wear you out. That's what we have here. A couple shakeouts going on, and then they wear you out, and all of a sudden now they have a whole bunch of the coins that the people sold them because, oh, it's taking a drop. Lots of FUD and all that good stuff. Music to my ears. They picked up a whole bunch of coins, shooting it up, still testing supply. This one right here, if we go out, where was I? 30 minute, I think. Yeah, this big huge one right here, it got bumped up twice as high, which means it's an indication that they actually, that there's a lot of coins that have been absorbed, okay? That have been absorbed. So this is actually right here. I'll circle it for you guys. That one right there with the second largest volume. That's very bullish in my opinion. And what do we have going down right now? We have higher lows. Okay. That's bullish in my book anyway. Get rid of that. So are we seeing any kind of Wyckoff stuff going on? Well, let's shrink it up, and yeah, I'm going to have my drawing tool on there. I always do that. Okay, so we're on the 30 minute, kind of seeing a Wyckoff thingy. See if it comes out better on the 15 minute. Let's shrink it up. Okay, so we have our, well, let's go ahead and use our text. We have our supply, preliminary supply. We have a buying climax. If you guys don't know what I'm doing Wyckoff stuff, okay? Buying climax. Whoops. This is still to be determined, okay? This is our AR. Usually how this works is that they could be doing a test down, okay, trying to find an AR, and then it just kind of bounces around and does some stuff like that. This could be the AR at this level where it's just turning around, or it could be lower. So we're kind of waiting to see, because keep in mind this is on the 15 minute. Oops, I don't want to do that. This is on the 15-minute time scale. But it looks like they're finding support. We have some buys, some more buys kicking in right here. So that's yeah, so that's good news. So it looks like it's on its way. It's being accumulated. This could be a distribution at this level. But once again, if we scroll out to, let's say, the 4 hour, yeah, it could be to where they're interested in selling and bringing it down here. Yeah, it could be distribution because it's real close to this previous buying climax. See that right there? It's real close to that level and looks like it got rejected. This buying climax here, so if we mark it up using this Wyckoff, let's copy that, bring it back down. So that was the previous buying climax. That's the automatic rally. So it does an upper end test here. Kind of goes down, does a lower end. Gee, now you guys know why I had that box there. Yeah, that was about the right time period for that to happen. Goes up, does another test to the low, didn't make it, comes back up, just skyrockets with the rest of the market, and lo and behold, I'm actually surprised it did not come down to the 24-cent level. But then we had some interesting things go on with the market as a whole, which is fine. And so you see my little target box up here. What happens is that on a more macro scale is that it goes up and then you'll try to break it. If it can't get above this line, that'll be a failure. And that line is about 45. Okay. If it can't break that line, then that will be an upper test failure. Could end up looking something like that. Okay, you see this? Boom. And then, so right here, so that's our buying climax, that's our AR. This right here is our ST. So that's how it's marked up on a more macro level. And we're scrolling in here, and it has bounced below there. So yeah, we'll see. Might be doing a lower end test again. It's a drop in, it's a drop in. It could be a lower end test. Let's go back to the 30-minute. Yeah, it's doing its thing. Yeah, that could be the AR. See if there's a change in direction. Bunch of little cells here. Wham wham wham. Just trying to see. So we take a look. One thing that we note is that we take a look at the spreads, and we look for things that we look for are either increasing or decreasing volatility, the general larger spikes, trends, how high and low it goes, the amount of spread, so how tall the bars actually are. And notice they're getting shorter and shorter. For the most part, from here to here, they're getting shorter, which is actually a good sign. It's coming down here. It's a small volume, and that's actually not a bad sized candle there. The small volume in a small what do you call that, bar? Yeah, and a small bar could actually be bullish. But yeah, this thing looks like, yeah, that's the AR. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw a line here, draw another line up here for the buying climax. Okay, so this is basically the trading range. We'll see if it can come over here and either surpass that. We'll just see. And keep in mind that because it could do a test up in this area, and it could do a test down in this area to push it down. There could be several tests until they know that they have supply, and then it starts going up again. But this thing could just bounce around like that doing tests, and that's part of the dynamics of a market. Okay, it's not like, oh, this for sure is going to be bullish, because each candle, it depends. Now if it comes down here, they'll say, well, if I have this criteria and this criteria and this criteria, then do this. Okay, and then it'll do the same type of rules or different set of rules for upper area tests, and that's when it just goes down. Do I have this, 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 this? If so, let's buy more, or let's sell more, larger quantities more. And so the market's dynamic, so we can't say, oh yeah, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. It depends on what they want to test, which depends on where they're at right now. But it looks to me like, yeah, this is an automatic rally, and it's going to go up here and do some type of a test. We'll see if it can break this, or even go up here and test again. For over here, yeah, I'll probably be looking for some type of downward test. See, I'm just marking this up. I'm just drawing. Whoops. Let's get rid of that bad boy. Yeah, so some type of test. Maybe some type of upper bounds test around in this time frame. We'll see. You know, could just go up here and test this area. It just depends. I know, everything just depends, doesn't it? You don't know what happens until it happens. Anyway, this thing looks like this is the trading range. Okay. Looks like this is the temporary trading range, so it'll be bouncing around here a bit. And where are they at? I mean, it's bouncing around between 37 and 43. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And best of luck to the XRP holders. I'm sure there's many excited people out there. What are your thoughts on XRP? And no, I don't hate the coin. I just dumped it because it was at the top. And you know, I sold at the top. You know, who could be blamed for that? And you buy at the lows, right? Yeah, that's the name of the game. Some people think if you sell instead of hold, that you're some type of trader or whatever like that. And that's certainly not the case. I'm just looking basically at the chart and see what's going on. Okay, so that's enough on XRP. So we'll watch and see where that thing goes. Probably XLM looks similar. We'll look at it also versus USDT. Notice we're looking at this versus USDT instead of BTC. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same, huh? Okay, there we go. Pretty much the same. Did a higher end test. We have our automatic rally right around in here. Yeah, pretty much the same. A lot of volume is increasing. Yeah, I'm just looking at other patterns. Let's scroll out here to the 4-hour. Okay, so it bounced off that line. Yay, which is cool. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. XLM. Don't forget for Stellar. IBM is in consensus and it has like the most expensive booth there, right? Yeah. Think there'll be any announcements? If so, put down. What do you think they're going to announce? Or are they just advertising? Let me know. What are your thoughts? But that's XLM. And so, yeah, went down. And so now there's interest. This is on the 4-hour. So now there's interest of going from USDT into the alts. Let's take a look at it versus BTC. XLM, BTC. Look at it again on Binance. Okay, same thing. People are migrating their. This is just a. This is a. It's called stopping volume. Right here. So it comes in and it turns and it makes a change in direction. So that's pretty cool to see. But yeah, so people are dumping their Bitcoin into alts. Okay, boom, 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 boom. This is on the 4-hour, so that's been happening for today. Let's go back to the 30-minute. Yeah, so nice little stop hunting spike right there. Shot way back up, which is bullish, which is nice to see. And it looks like it's just right around this range here, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, at least it stopped the long downward bleed, right? Yeah, so look for that. That's a good thing. What else to look at? NEO. NEO is one of interest. We'll look at that versus BTC as well. Oh, same thing, right? Same thing. So people are going into NEO. Yay. What else? Look at VeChain versus BTC. Same thing. Let's look at VET versus USDT. That one's looking even better, isn't it? So This is on the 30-minute, guys. So, yeah. Not so long ago, BTC's being sold for alts. Yay. Isn't that cool? BTC for alts. So, it's basically feeding time. Okay, it's feeding time where BTC is being sold. Hence, they're feeding off of the guppies way up here at the top. Okay, and then they're going into alts because alts can, well, let's put it this way. It's a lot easier. Alts have more room to jump up a higher percentage than BTC does at this point. Okay, that's pretty much it. And that's a migration between alts and BTC, is that on the market caps and stuff like that, and the prices and stuff, because prices on altcoins have really been suppressed for quite some time. BTC is up. You can get good buying value using BTC, and as we can see, that is what's happening. They are buying the alts. So let's go take a look at BTC again. Good old Bitfinex. Oh, and it looks like Bitfinex did get their $1 billion from investors. Isn't that interesting? They got their $1 billion from investors. That's okay. So what's this thing doing? Yeah, it's down here low. Low. So yeah, if it stays above that line and bounces up in here again, yeah, we'll see what happens. People call this a double top. It just depends on your style, you know. But what do we have here for looking at it? We have higher lows, which is nice. Okay. It's a market. It's so much fun. Tell me why you love XRP. Tell me why you love BTC. I just love crypto. I love crypto. Okay, so you guys can see that, and look at the previous one where it got marked up. Okay, this is reaccumulation, went up, came back, did an upper bounds test, came down, did a lower bounds test, even went below it. That's like this line right here. Did that a couple times, right, bouncing in between. Okay, we have supply here, nobody else really wants to sell. Wham, let's go pump it up. A lot of sellers. Okay, let's start distributing this. Let's start selling, moving into alts. Okay, notice here that it came down to this point here, so that means there's still pretty good demand for this bad boy. And we'll see what happens with this candle right here, because it's the bar is right up at the top, and that's on the 30 minutes. Let's go to the 5. Why not? Oh, interesting stuff. Okay. Yeah, so it's thinking about it. Anything in volumes? What's this volume? Just checking out volumes here. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, people might say, "Oh no, I think it still has room to go up." Okay? One thing to note is that if it can surpass this level once again, that would be interesting. If it can go up here and then bounce, what we're looking for. Get my little drawing tool. What we're looking for is something like this, where it goes up, comes down, bounces off this line, or even a little bit lower in this range, and then goes up. That's what we're looking for a continued upward movement. Otherwise, we could have stagnation where it just bounces around in this range for a while, or they start dumping more Bitcoin for alts. And that's an interesting thing, because we have Binance, which is going to be opening up, I believe, at 3. Let's see. Oh, let's read this. Binance will perform a system upgrade on May 15th, 3 a.m. GMT Zulu. So, UTC. So at 3 a.m. UTC. And it's going to take approximately 6 to 8 hours. Wow, isn't that interesting? So you see how I got that on Binance's page. They had a link up at the top, all nice for us. 6 to 8 hours. So they're doing quite a bit of stuff. Keep in mind that they don't have the smallest databases, you know, and so things take time. You know, maybe when they first started, this would have been 1 or 2 hours, but now it's like 6 to 8 hours. So I guess congratulations to Binance. I know they're working their little heinies off as fast as they can. It just goes to show you how much data there is. Interesting stuff, yeah. So what does this say here? Once the upgrade is completed, we'll make a further announcement and provide users with a 30-minute window to cancel any open orders before trading resumes. Deposits, withdrawals, and other account-related functions will be made available after the upgrade is complete. Okay. And 6 to 8 hours is, you know, that's what they think. That's their best estimate, okay? That is Binance. So interesting times. What do you think is going to happen when that opens up? When people can start doing deposits and stuff? You think they're going to be buying Bitcoin? Do you think they're going to be buying alts? Let me know. Okay, so yeah, that's I think that's about it. Just go back here and say hello to the people watching. Thanks for watching, by the way. Yeah, Justin's saying, yeah, that XRP. Moore says, how am I feeling? I'm feeling great, thanks. Hey, Dances, good to see you. Thanks for watching. Hey, there's Millie. Hey. So Millie says, swap dollar Tron for VeChain. Just think Justin Sun seems a bit shady under a heap of charges with the law in the U.S. Always in the spotlight for the wrong reason. Yeah, there's some challenges and opportunities ahead for Tron, isn't there? We'll see what happens. Best of luck to him. Have compassion. Once again, don't be married to a coin. Don't be married to a coin. So there's Leonard. Hey, Leonard, how's it going? Thanks for watching. And Ceramic says, I think XLM will have announcements throughout the summer that will cause it to rise quickly. Yeah, XLM, stellar. What is IBM doing? Yeah, they have a very expensive booth at Consensus, don't they? And they have their WorldWire, don't they? And they are actually working with a whole lot of banks, actually moving XLM. They have the computer systems that are actually in the banks. That's what most banks run on, are IBM computers. Yeah, so it's like they have a built-in clientele. If you look at my video where I have top coins for 2019, watch that. XLM is in there. Okay? It's like, I like Stellar. And it's in there. It has some interesting things ahead for it, okay? And IBM is just yeah, we'll see what happens, okay? Looking forward to an announcement. We'll see. Hey, and there's Ellie. Says, hello from Australia. Hello, good day. Good day. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, yeah, so that's about it. Just keeping this one, you know, short. Oh, let's go look at the key, TKY. Because I first spotted this, the volume increase, the migration of Tether into alts, from the key, and that happened right here because you can see like they had no volume, and then all of a sudden they started getting volume. It's like, what the heck? You know, what the heck is going on? And so this is the key, and so they're starting to get quite a bit of interest, a lot more than they had in the past, which is interesting times. Also for VeChain, don't forget about VeChain. They have their PwC is going to announce one of their customers something. I don't know. They're going to announce one of their customers is on VeChain or using VeChain or what. We don't know. We don't know yet. That should be coming pretty soon. Also, VeChain related is the ICO, the first ever ICO that is approved by a country, and that's San Marino. That's approved by a country, will be launched And that will be coming out. The news on that will be coming out fairly soon too. I doubt if they announce it before Binance opens, because a lot of people go to Binance to get VeChain. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But best of luck to VeChain. VeChain's awesome. And what else is going bazonkers? Well, XRP is now up 21, almost 22%. So yay. So congrats to the XRP holders. We'll just see how long it can hold, right? What else is up there? Yeah, XLM 8.6. Neo. Yeah, don't forget about Neo, guys. Don't forget about Neo. It's also in my video, okay, for top coins. All right, take a look at that. Take a look at that. So yeah, overall, pretty good day. Let's go take a look over here at consensus. Excuse me, at CoinDesk. See if there's anything of interest. Coinbase rolls out trading in USDC to 85 countries. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, FTC, excuse me, the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, delays Bitwise ETF approval again. Okay, fine. Yeah, TD Ameritrade executive says tens of thousands of our clients are interested in crypto. Yeah, no, duh. Their clients are using this. And what did they see yesterday? I showed you. They showed BTC was up like, yeah, what, 13-14%. Yeah, of course they're going to want an exposure. Anyway, that's about it, guys. So best of luck to you and have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, get notified, put your comments below. Helps the channel, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you later.